What was the Marshall Plan? A post-war Europe in ruins met an American plan with money, mechanics, and a bit of geopolitical theater. Number 5. The speech that launched a plan. On a June day in 1947 at Harvard, U.S. Secretary of State George C. Marshall dropped a polite, diplomatic thunderbolt. Europe was shattered, winter was biting, and recovery needed a bold, coordinated push. One Europe would design, and America would bankroll. His pitch wasn't charity. It was a practical blueprint against hunger, poverty, desperation, and chaos, with a side of strategic foresight. The idea was simple and electrifying. If Europeans cooperated on a plan, the United States would supply massive support to make it real. The mic didn't just drop, it funded a continental comeback. Number 4. Teamwork makes recovery work. Enter the OEC, Organization for European Economic Cooperation, a kind of recovery super team where 16 countries compared notes, balanced needs, and synchronized rebuilding. They assigned priorities, coal here, steel there, tracked shortages, and even set up counterpart funds, local currency pools generated by USA to finance roads, power plants, and factories. The OEC nudged countries to cut trade barriers and coordinate production, sowing habits of cooperation that later fed into the OECD and European integration itself. Think of it as turning a continent of soloists into an orchestra with a shared score. And number 3, geopolitics in a briefcase. The Marshall Plan was also a Cold War chess move with velvet gloves. By stabilizing Western Europe, it blunted the appeal of communist parties and showcased American soft power, prosperity as persuasion. Moscow refused participation and pressured Eastern European states to do the same, hardening the East-West divide. In the West, the plan complemented the birth of NATO and a broader containment strategy. Less tanks at the border, more factories humming and lights on. The message: peace plus plenty beats ideology plus shortages. Number 2. Dollars with a strategy. Roughly $13 billion, well over $100 billion today, flowed from 1948 to 1951, but the money came with brainpower and benchmarks. Aid arrived as grants and loans to buy food, fuel, and crucially, machinery from the U.S., unclogging bottlenecks and jump-starting production. In return, recipients agreed to balance budgets, curb inflation, liberalize trade, and cooperate through the OEC. Less red tape, more output. The U.S. Economic Cooperation Administration audited progress, while counterpart funds powered local investments in housing, energy, and transport. It wasn't a blank check, it was a playbook with receipts. Number 1. Blueprint of a comeback. Results? Industrial output in Western Europe surged, coal heaps shrank, and ships, trains, and assembly lines roared back to life. By the early 1950s, much of Western Europe had surpassed pre-war production. The plan boosted confidence, lubricated trade, and helped set the stage for West Germany's Wirtschaftswunder, Italy's boom, and Britain's stabilization. Though historians rightly note that European effort and earlier reforms mattered too. The magic wasn't just money, it was momentum, coordination, and a shared belief that recovery was not only possible, it was profitable. From a speech to a strategy to a soaring recovery, the Marshall Plan turned dollars into durability and helped Europe swap rubble for revival.